All right, hey guys, it's been a while. How you doing? Um, I am bored, bro. so, um, I had my best friend recommended that I do some attitudinal psych stuff. So I figured I would do um, the expanded instincts typing questions. I found these very interesting. So I guess you'll see me kind of do a little bit of reflection here. I don't know if I'm going to make more videos in the future. I have been thinking about it, but let's start small and let's just start with this video. And then if this is stuff that you like, then we can kind of go from there. But let me go ahead and share my screen if I can figure that out. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can see this. So this is from Attitudinal Psyche. I've already been typed as a VELF. They changed my type if you haven't heard, but anyway, so I'm just kind of going to go through these questions here. So the first question here is, what do you need most to be happy and why? This is so hard of a question. I think that what do I need most? Well, I think okay. So process of elimination, I definitely need I've been very depressed and I've had very dark, thoughts throughout my life. And I think also there have been many periods of what I would consider listlessness or just kind of not having really almost like anhedonia. I know these are big words, but like basically not feeling anything or not feeling any enjoyment. So like less of those, I guess. But I think what I need most is I need something engaging. I need something immersive. I need something engaging, something meaningful, I think as well. And I think why is that? Just because I think just my experience has told me that that is the best course of action for me. And I've just experienced the alternative, and the alternative sucks. So, um, yeah, I think that that's kind of the main reason. It's just like I've experienced the opposite, and so now I want kind of you know I want the meaning, I want the immersion, I want the engagement. What would you die without? Okay, so I guess I'm assuming. So this is the second question. So I guess I'm assuming they're saying like if I did not have this, then I would die, which is a pretty extreme. And why? So I'm okay. I'm gonna not say like obvious answers like oxygen and stuff like that. I feel like that's pretty common, like or pretty expected. I guess on what would I die without? This might sound a little bit needy and sad, but I think I would die without encouragement, and I think I would die without like, for lack of better terms, intimacy. I think that those are extremely important to me, and it's like I need some positive experiences to keep going, or some positive encouragement to keep going. Otherwise, I'm just like, this life sucks. So I think that answers that question. What makes you feel like you're losing touch with reality? Well, um, I mean, I can answer this in a number of different ways. I mean, I have like psychiatric disorders that make me feel this way, but I don't think I should get into that too much. But what makes you feel that you're losing touch with reality? I mean, well, I don't really know how to answer that. I guess not having access to like evidence or the facts, and things just become very like one thing that I've been saying recently is when it comes to certain groups online is that they feel like they're playing pretend. Like it feels like a bunch of adults playing pretend. And I don't like that. And what I mean by that is like it's like you can make a narrative out of anything without evidence or without any sort of logical like support for what you're saying. It's like people could just say whatever they want. It's like, oh, I'm this, or this is due to this type, or this is due to this attitude, or this is due to this function, like in these typology circles or whatever. And that I'm like, this doesn't feel realistic anymore. This feels like a bunch of kids like playing like role playing. And so I think hopefully that answers that question. That's the closest answer that I have. I don't really know how to answer this other than that. What makes you feel fully alive and why? I think again, I think this goes back to meaning and engagement and immersion in something. Obsession with things makes me feel alive. Also, just I've been going to the gym recently, and I've been taking a lot of not a lot, but I've been taking a fair amount of pre workout, like pretty cheap pre workout, like I got from Target or whatever. Um, I yeah, I I have been having a hard time, um, like because it gives me so much energy. These things, so it's probably not healthy that I'm taking all this pre workout. So, but that makes me feel alive, I guess. That's me being a little bit silly with my answer. And also, hi, Pawn is here. Hello, Pawn. It's good to see you. Okay, so okay, who are you when no one else is watching? That's a good question. I think I'm way lazier. I think I'm way lazier of a person. I'm mostly playing video games. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm like chilling, you know. Um, and I think that hopefully you don't mind the background noise, but I think that I come across as very serious, and I am serious. This is something I've actually wrestled with recently, but I think I come across as extremely serious and extremely hardworking and very productive. And I think that's only when I'm socially like active, like when I'm in front of other people or when I'm in proximity to other people or even when I'm at work remotely or something like that. But when I'm by myself, I'm really like not doing much, to be honest. Um, not in any productive sense, and I think that would surprise a lot of people. I think that also, who am I when no one's watching? My brain kind of turns off. I mean, so, you could argue that my brain is off when I'm with people too, but I think that I don't. How do I word it? I am a little bit more just kind of brain empty, head empty by myself. So I think that that's pretty interesting. All right. So describe your relationship to these three things: the environment, other people, and meaning of life. How do they differ? Are they equally important to you? Okay. This is a pretty big question. The environment, other people, and the meaning of life. I think that other people, this is gonna sound weird, but I think other people are the most important to me right now because it's the most tangible. I think the environment is a little bit like it's important. I mean, I need shelter and I need to make sure that the earth survives, but it's a little bit more abstract. And I think the most abstract is the meaning of life because it's like I don't think, first of all, I don't think there is one meaning of life. And I don't think if there is a specific meaning of life for me, I don't know what that is. So that one I would say is not as important. Although, like I said, I do like things to feel meaningful and I do like things to feel immersive and engaging. But I don't really know. So I would say other people is the most important. Then I would, I guess, rank environment and meaning of life second place. So yeah. What rewards does life give and how do you get them? Is there a most sought after resource in your mind? I think life can give enjoyment. I think that life can give insight. Um, there's very materialistic rewards that I'm benefiting from. Like it's like okay, you have a good job, you can be in a good city, you can have access to cool events and cool games and stuff like that. How do you get them? I mean, yes, you could play the money game, right? Pursuing money, getting a job, and climbing the corporate ladder and stuff like that. But I think that's only for the materialistic stuff. When it comes to more meaning and immersion and stuff like that, I think it requires a level of self-awareness and it requires a level of consciousness and a level of deliberate action that people in capitalism or people who are in the money race, the rat race or whatever, it's not clear that people necessarily will experience that if they're in the midst of pursuing material goods. So yeah, and then I think is their most sought after resource in my mind. I think enjoyment or meaning. one of those two. I know it's a little bit abstract, but it's like I think that is the most sought after. It's like I think people want to enjoy their lives, like or or have a meaning to their life at the very least, right? I Yeah, so it's like the more you're able to genuinely enjoy things, I think that's what people want, and I think that's what I want. Last two questions. So first question is, what does being trapped in your own personal hell look and feel like for you? What takes you out of it? I mean, this is a very personal question. I think that, without getting too deep into it, is very much depression, anhedonia, not feeling much. And yeah, it's like it feels like this constant cycle of, okay, I'm not changing. I'm like sinking in my own negative feelings about myself and about the world, things like that. And then I think what takes me out of it is small, deliberate actions, momentum. I'm a very big preacher of momentum. And I think that, small things get you out of hard times. That's my honest answer. And then finally, what are you looking to get out of the typing process? I wasn't amused, so I just wanted to have some fun. My best friend's gonna probably watch this, so hopefully they'll have perspective on this, so we can have a good conversation about it. And then, do you have any ideas for your type? I don't know expanded instincts well enough to know. I think there's one expanded instinct that's about purpose, and I think that maybe I have that one, but that's about it. So yeah, that's about it for me. I don't know how long this was. This was 11 minutes. This is a random tangent. Someone like, I think this is my best friend again. Someone like, I did a typing video from in another system for my mom, and like I ran out of time. Like I did it in like 5 to 10 minutes too. So I don't know if I was supposed to go into more detail with these questions. So I guess if you're into expanded instincts and you're interested in giving me feedback, I could go into more detail, I guess. But for now, let's just stick with this 10 to 12-minute video for starters. Again, just building momentum here. And then if there's anything that you want me to make videos about, I think I'll start making videos if people give me suggestions. I don't think I have active thoughts about things right now, so I'm just kind of having fun. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But that's about it. Good to see you guys. Welcome back, me. And I will talk to you guys later.